the stuff that we've been talking about for the longest is actually coming true and starting to take a place around us, people. So hopefully y'all been paying attention to the signs and been following these videos. If you haven't, I have a whole list of videos that I've been doing lately, and just go ahead and check them out. It's a lot of gems there. But really, look, this video right here is so important. And this is why I do these videos, so I can connect with you guys, so we can put this information out here just to protect ourselves and our people, because we're in this thing called life together, real talk. But look, good vibes only, but pay attention, people. Let's get it.
Hi, I'm Fox San Antonio's Jessica Headley.
And I'm Ryan Wolf.
Our greatest responsibility is to serve our Treasure Valley communities, the El Paso, Las Cruces communities, Eastern Iowa communities,
Mid-Michigan communities.
We are extremely proud of the quality, balanced journalism that CBS 4 News produces.
But we are concerned about sharing irresponsible, one-sided news stories
plaguing our country.
The sharing of biased and false news has become all too common on social media. More alarming, some media outlets publish these same fake stories without checking facts first.
The sharing of biased and
false news has become all too common on social media.
More alarming, some media outlets publish these same stories without checking facts first.
Unfortunately, some members of the media use their platforms to push their own personal bias and agenda to control exactly what people think. And this is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
Chemical spills and train derailments as of February 16th around the country, all within the last 2 weeks. Did I miss any?
Such a coincidence.
And then I see people on Facebook, they reposting, them going out to the club, they're reposting them dancing. They're like, we need to be preparing. You need to have a certain herb regimen that you taking every day. You need to have a certain breathing exercise that you taking every day. You need to have a certain water. Like, we finna have to go through all of this, and we finna have to do this for the future survival of our children. If not, shit, everybody, they are literally killing us and killing the world with it, y'all. And they killing themselves. So, y'all make sure y'all climb on in. Make sure y'all share this stuff. This stuff is deep, y'all. And we're going to pull up all the government articles proving this. This was planned, y'all. I don't care what nobody say. This was planned, and it's way more serious than what they making it. And that's the reason why ain't nobody covering it. Yep. This is super serious, y'all. It's one of the worst chemical spills ever in existence. And y'all know me, I talk about chemotherapy. I talk about nitric acid, nitric gas. I talk about all the different chemicals and all the different, World War I chemical spills, homicide. I talk about all of that. This worse than all of that if you really know biochemistry, y'all. So y'all climb on in. And anybody that's coming on here talking about that's your reality and you just have to not think about it and it'll create enough bullshit. Let's get out of this fake woke movement and thinking that you can just wish this away. It happened. It's in the air. You know what I'm saying? Your physical body is in this third dimensional plane, meaning that if you are given over to these contaminants, you will be harmed by them. So all of you fake woke people up in here talking about that's not your reality. If you don't think that, you can shift your consciousness to a different reality and plane of density, and this won't harm or affect you. Okay, then I want you, since you want to get on here and talk like that, how about you take your ass to East Palestine, Ohio, and you stay out there and let's see where you end up in a year or in a decade. Let's see what happened to you and your physiological structure. Let's see what happened to your biology. Like, it's time for us to get it. We have to prepare. Let's quit being so woke where we stupid. Let's quit being so.
Exactly. Message, people.
Catastrophic event that's finna come from this is way, way bigger than what we call COVID and all this other stuff, y'all. And it seemed like that since that didn't work, and since a lot of people woke up to what they were doing, they like, you know what? Well, it's time to go to plan B. It's too many Negroes waking up, the world waking up. Now it's time to hit them with another one. But this is serious, y'all. So, I'm emergency broadcasting this to hurry up and give people in these areas that I'm finna mention, like for instance, Ohio, whether you in East Palestine or not, if you in the whole entire state of Ohio, you should be listening to this, and y'all should share this, and y'all should tag Ohio in here. If you in Tennessee, any city in Tennessee, you should be listening to this. If you in Texas, any city in Texas, you should be listening to this. Arizona, any city in Arizona, you should be listening to this. Missouri and Illinois, any city in Missouri and Illinois, you should be listening to this. South Carolina and North Carolina, Georgia, you should be listening to this, because this is If you follow the river and if you follow the burn path and if you follow the so-called blast radius of this stuff, this is where these things are ending up at. And I know y'all asking like, okay, Yaki, you saying a blast radius, but it was actually a train derailment. To me, it was a blast. It seemed like that they sent in toxic, liquefied, hazmatic chemicals in a place, and they purposely, and I know I'm saying this, I'm gonna snatch this down and I'm gonna put it on my Rumble, but it seemed like they did this on purpose. And then how in the hell is it over 8 derailments within a couple of weeks from each other, y'all, back to back? And every last derailment had chemical combustion chemicals on it that causes generational defects on the mitochondria DNA that messes with your birth, messes with your reproductive system, it messes with your neurological mobility, it literally messes with everything that you call life. You know what I'm saying? That's not a coincidence, y'all. We are being attacked and we not realizing. And then I see people on Facebook.
Do y'all understand now? Y'all starting to get the bigger picture? Like, look, we've been being attacked for the longest. Now that it's ramping up because the powers that be lost power. Is they never had power, but the people didn't know that at the time. Like some of us now, like I was a kid that was a part of that whole lead poisoning thing. The kids were having learning disabilities and everything else like that, deformities and everything. I gotta admit to y'all, my audience, I was a victim of that. Yeah, me. Now I'm lucky that, and I'm powerful enough to not being affected by certain things. But bro, we can't just bring our mind to this higher consciousness and these chemicals ain't gonna affect our biological structure here, man. Like we gotta stop that. Like he said, don't be too woke, man. Don't be too woke where you stupid. You just listening to everything. That's why I tell y'all, do your own research, and you can figure out what's truth and what's not. But yeah, let's keep going though. Protect yourselves.
And make sure y'all share this. Share it, y'all. Especially share it to those who are in Ohio. Share it to those who are in Tennessee. Share it to those who are in Texas. Share it to those who are in Missouri, which is where I'm at. Share it to those who are in Illinois, who are in South Carolina, North Carolina, Georgia, and Arizona, y'all. I mean, share it. All right, now check this out. I'm going to open this up, and I just want to share a few things on my screen just to show y'all that I'm not lying or I'm not making none of this stuff up, y'all. It is crazy and it's going down. This happened, not even a week ago in Ohio, East Palestine, Ohio. And what happened was there was a train derailment. And in this train derailment, what happened was 5 cars of polyvinyl chloride, 4 cars or carts of PVC pellets, and 5 carts of polyvinyl chloride all was exploded. They derailed and all of this stuff came out. So once it came out, they literally, the government of Ohio thought it was smart to burn the chemicals. Why would you burn polyvinyl chloride? Why would you burn it? Knowing that it's going to change the molecular structure and turn into dioxin. And dioxin is one of the worst chemicals, one of the worst hazardous waste materials, me personally, I think, in the whole entire universe. Me, if it's gonna come to my background, studying these things and seeing how different pollutants interact with the blood and brain barrier, seeing how they interact with the lymphatic system, how it shuts off eternal and internal organs, I would say dioxin is by far the most destructive biomat hazardous material ever in existence known to man. And y'all, and in order to literally create this, you have to burn vinyl chloride. You have to burn it. So if y'all knew this, and it's paperwork that goes back to 1950 talking about the potential dangers of this stuff, showing what it did to people like Agent Orange, when they sprayed Agent Orange and used that as a bomb in World War I and in the Vietnam War. You seen how many thousands and thousands and thousands of people it killed. You see how many mucosal membranes was evaporated and deteriorated and the people dropped dead from inhaling this stuff. So we know that dioxin is nothing but a form of that. There's over 75 different derivatives of dioxin. This dioxin that was actually made in Ohio is the worst form out of every 75, and it is now in the water supply. It is now in the rivers. It is now in the soil. It is now in the cattle. It's everywhere. It's everywhere. So wherever this little blow or blast radius path is at, If I yell out your city or if I yell out your state, you need to listen to everything I'm saying and just take heed. And look, all of this is for free. I ain't asking y'all for no money. You ain't got to get on my site and buy a damn thing. You can go to your local herb store, and I'm gonna pull up the U.S. documents, and they showing you what herbs actually eliminate the body of dioxins. But we have to do it quickly before it gets into the DNA, because the moment it passes the blood barrier and it penetrates and it destroys the cholesterol that makes up the what you would call the cellular membrane around the cell, and it enters into that nucleus. I mean, we effed, y'all. Now it's going to start mutating the DNA, and when it mutates the DNA, literally this stuff stays around for centuries. So like I said, it's not radiation. It don't go away after the second generation. This don't go nowhere. It stays there. And when you look at the chemical elements and the atomic elements and how it is built, it literally turns itself into a self-armory chemical, meaning it's indestructible by the nature of you burning it. So we're going to get into the biochemistry of these things, and I'm going to show y'all what I'm talking about. But look, just check this out. This is not a conspiracy, y'all. This is not a conspiracy. So we see that one happened in East Palestine, right? Around the same time, we see that 2 more train derailments was in Texas and in South Carolina. Look, it raises more concerns. This was just February the 13th of 2023, right? This is not a coincidence. And all of these places, all of these different derailments have chemicals on them. Check this one out, y'all. This one actually happened, a video of Arizona nitric acid spills. You see that? Hazardous smoke spread for miles. So this even in Arizona. So we got Ohio, we got Texas, we got Arizona, we got South Carolina, North Carolina, and we got Tennessee. All of these are chemical spills and plane derailments. What is truly going on here? That's my question. Right. What's really going on? This stuff is super deep. Now check this out, family. This one, a train derails in South Carolina, Norfolk. Southern faces more scrutiny over its derailments. And then you start Googling, seeing where this stuff is, what's in these carts or what's in these cars. It's all type of biohazardous material that's not supposed to be subjected to no mammal, period. I'm not just even talking about human beings. I'm talking about no mammals, period. And all of this happened within a 2 weeks time span. And then these are deadly chemical agents that is not supposed to even be in our atmosphere. That's not supposed to be in our water. Look, we talking about aluminum and shit. Aluminum ain't got shit on dioxins. You see what I'm saying? Conscious mind. So we think clubbing and we think, sitting on the couch and watching sitcoms and television all day is doing something. No, doing something is being purposeful. Doing something is uplifting your community, living your life, solving problems that the community have, meeting the needs of your people. Everything that they teaching us to do in the communities is to destroy the communities, along with destroying ourselves and our generations to come, for it won't be no more of us. This is a extermination at a mass level, and we just not even paying attention to what's really going on because something else have our attention.
Right. And don't y'all see a correlation with that? Don't I say that all the time on this channel, man? We spend so much time on the wrong things, man. Everybody's so busy with the turn up and the club and stuff. I'm not saying don't have fun and enjoy yourself. That's what I'm not saying. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying we need to have a balance and we need to have more people. It's crazy when we get on here and we speak like this. Let's just say, bro, we're less than 10% of people that even pay attention to this type of stuff. Everybody else is just walking around consuming and not knowing what the hell is going on. And think about this too. Most of the people that's turning up doing all these things are at the bottom of the barrel. You know a lot of these people. You know where they work at. You know what their income look like. You don't even have to see their paycheck. You know somebody that worked this type of job, how much you get paid. Why is you in the club every damn day? Why you got on all the newest shit looking like you rich, but you really not? It's just crazy. But look, let's get to it though.
Watch the effects of hydrochloric acid.
This is what it does.
This is the chemical that was released into the air during the burn of vinyl chloride in East Palestine, Ohio.
But it's all good to burn and shit. You feel me? Yeah. You gotta think this shit is in the water sources and stuff now. You gonna, I mean, you in these areas, you're gonna have to get on the herbs. If you don't take herbs, you're gonna have to get on the joints. You gotta do anything to fight back.
How bad is this? I mean, it does take some experience with the chemistry to really know that. Sil Caggiano is an expert in this. He's a hazardous waste authority. He says the town of East Palestine has effectively been nuked. He joins us tonight to explain what that means. So I appreciate your coming on. How do you, having spent your life assessing things like chemical spills, how do you assess the condition of East Palestine tonight?
It's very troublesome. These poor individuals, through no fault of their own, became victims of systemic failures within the rail transportation system, and it manifested itself in this mushroom cloud that they had to experience in their town. One of the reasons why I made the comment about we nuked a town with chemicals is because there was somebody from Darlington, Pennsylvania, who was videoing the cloud that had went over his property, and you could see fallout coming out of the cloud going onto his property. And I'm looking at it and I'm saying, it reminds you of one of those apocalyptic shows where the nuclear fallout's coming out. And I thought about it, I says, well, yeah, we basically did nuke a whole town just to get a railroad going, back in service. And earlier on, I got involved in this because news media were not being told the truth. Days into this, no, train consist was available. They didn't know what they had. And that flies in the face of logic. If you're going to mitigate a problem, if you're going to have your fire department and other responding teams take care of it, you should know what the heck you've got. And it got to the point where they were showing me pictures of train cars, the local media, and I was identifying what was in based on UNID numbers or train car numbers. And when they told me their plan, at that point you had a few cars burning. They had unmonitored hand lines there keeping the tankers cool. And then I find out that they're pulling the unmonitored hand lines, keeping the tankers cool. I said, well, that's just going to cause the tanker cars to heat up, which they did. And then they announced that one was very near catastrophic failure. And I said, well, if they don't put water back on it, it's going to continue to heat up, and it's going to what's called a bloody, and it's going to damage other containers. And then I was told, no, they're going to detonate all these cars so that that doesn't happen. And I could tell you, Mr. Carlson, I've been looking at rail incidents over and over because in Youngstown, Ohio, there's 3 rail lines that run through our town. So as a chief and as a instructor, I trained my guys to anticipate stuff. And I would go case study after case study after case study, coming up with different scenarios just to keep it going. And I've never once in 39 years ever heard of them blowing up train cars, right, dumping all the chemicals into a trench and lighting them on fire. I was dumbfounded. Yeah. And when you lit this stuff on fire, you were creating phosgenes, you were creating hydrogen chlorides, you created this plume, and up in this plume was all the incomplete combustion products of everything that was there. Stuff, if you looked at the guy's video, stuff is precipitating down into people's property. There's a lot of questions, and the answers came slow. And, first you get, well, now we found vinyl chlorides in the water. Well, yeah, no joke, you're going to find that. And it seemed like everything was drips and dribbles. Instead of, one of the things I learned is you tell the truth, you tell it all, you tell it first, and you tell them how you're going to solve the problem. And none of that was forthcoming. And I began to worry about, what the end result with this was going to be. They had evacuated 1 mile, and I was telling the media they better do like 1.5, 2 miles. Well, subsequently after that, they went to 2 miles. And then within a few minutes, a few days, they were bringing everybody back. And that was pretty much just in time to open up the rails, and there was no testing. There's got to be some plan going forward in this cleanup and recovery to test.
Yeah. I mean, if you find asbestos in your building, you contain and remove it. You don't blow it into the next county. It just seems self-evidently insane. Sil, I appreciate your coming on tonight. That was really, really interesting and sad. Thank you.
Yeah, y'all gotta see though, like they're really ramping these antics and things up. Is it like, let me know in the comments down below. See what y'all doing down there. Let me know how y'all feeling about this stuff. These are the hieroglyphs that our people will be able to see. when they research who we were and who we are, you know, who we were as a people. But let them know how you feel about everything that's going on here. This is very important. Y'all don't see if y'all really have to understand. This will be looked at. This all of this stuff will be going down in history. We are history right now. But you see the stuff to come, man. It's gonna lead into a lot more things, but y'all pay attention.
This is Whole Foods Market. So you can't even walk into Whole Foods unless you go through this machine?
Look at that.
I need my own QR code. How do I get my own QR code? How do I get my own QR code? I have to have my own QR code from Whole
How you
Foods.
You don't have to stand in line when you leave.
What do? They just what?
It
What
just
do they?
knows you have it because it scans it.
It knows you have products?
Yeah, you put the Wi-Fi or whatever it is, it scans your products.
Whoa. And this is the future of grocery stores? Whoa.
Dude, you had 10 minutes, now you got 5.
Entire store automated. Oh, y'all check this out. Took my daughter to see the Polar Express, and this is what I seen.
This is a vending machine gas station. I'm talking about there's no workers. It's literally a vending machine. Whatever you need, 24 hours. Yeah,
Wow.
I'm talking about they got everything you need.
You tracking now? Y'all getting how worthless you are now? I'm just gonna be honest. When it comes to these people and the way that things will become, if you let them. That's why it's important that y'all speak up, and you know, just like I'm doing. Everybody gonna lose their jobs.
This is a photo that was taken from a passenger plane that was flying over or just near East Palestine, Ohio, and it's the chemical fire after the train crash, and that doesn't look good. This is a video of a woman who lives 10 minutes away from East Palestine, Ohio, and she went into her backyard and all her chickens were dead. Like all of the chickens had just died, and there's multiple reports of animals and pets dying so far, and it seems like bad news. They're just on their own. Like we can't evacuate the deadly chemical train fire. We can't evacuate the citizens. We can't get them out of there because it feels like somebody's fucking up. It feels like somebody's fucking up. Nobody's being held accountable.
Right.
These aren't storm clouds. This is the fucking shit! If they burn off the fucking shit they burn off in East Palestine! This is not fucking storm clouds!
Crazy.
I see so many people talking about the train derailment at East Palestine, Ohio, and all I'm going to ask is that if you do this, you get your facts right. I literally grew up right down the road from East Palestine. My old childhood best friend lives in the fucking town. My current best friend literally lives right next to the town. It is so much worse than what the media is telling any of us. I'm getting reports from people that are down there right now that they're literally seeing schools of fish floating down streams, rivers, fucking dead. I got a video from my friend, okay? And she's like walking, dude. It's all fucking dead. all fucking dead. And on the top of the water is a really pretty chemical rainbow sheen. The chemicals are in the fucking water, and they're lying to the rest of the country saying they're not. The water's been contaminated. The soil's been contaminated. The fucking air is contaminated. You literally are about to see some of the worst fucking health side effects coming out of people in that town. It's not even funny. And y'all want to know something even more fucked up? The restaurant that I work at in a whole different state had to donate food to them because we had people from the churches calling to tell us that Red Cross never fucking came, FEMA never fucking came, the environmental conservationists still have yet to fucking come, and nobody's fucking helping them. Meaning all of the fucking firefighters that were working get no food, have nothing to help them, nothing. Okay, all the people that were displaced have no food, water, a place to stay, none of that shit. It is so much worse than what they're telling you, and TikTok probably won't even let me post this video, but if this video gets posted, please save it and repost it everywhere you fucking can, because I'm telling y'all, they are covering this shit up. They are covering this shit up because they don't want to get out how bad it actually was. This was not good. This was the worst fucking thing that's happened probably in the past 8 years. That entire town is basically unlivable now because of the fucking chemicals. And they're lying, telling civilians that it's safe, knowing damn well, because I took chemistry and I know chemicals and I have this awesome fucking supercomputer in my hand. The side effects from breathing in those chemicals, they're covering shit up. They're covering shit up. They're covering shit up. But it's not surprising.
I'm telling you, these chemicals, man, look, it's a lot bigger than what they're saying. But guess what? Just look at the bigger picture, though. Where was y'all president at? He was in somebody else's country. Yeah, talking about giving them billions of dollars. But, you know, Trump went to go check on the situation, and then all of a sudden now the other side want to give some attention to it. They don't give a damn. It's not about what somebody tells you. It's about what somebody shows you with their actions. And us as a people collectively, man, we gotta tap into this intelligence. Once we know something, and we gotta get better at this. Fight the urge of personal gain. Let's think about the collective. You know, this shit is dangerous that we're embarking on. People are becoming worthless. The US dollar is worthless. All these things are worthless. And now they're looking at you because they can't make any money off of you anymore like that. You know, now you're looking worthless. Now they have to what? Depopulate. Start all over somehow. But we'll keep going.
To the zombie apocalypse medicine meeting are sharing their studies as to how we beat a zombie apocalypse.
You have the zombies, but we laugh because zombies are fake. Or are they? This is the first zombie apocalypse medicine meeting that has ever occurred.
Wait, what?
There's so many different ways that we can be zombified, right? By other things, whether it's ideas or parasites or cells from other humans that happen to be in our body.
Yeah, you heard that right. ASU is playing host to the Zombie Apocalypse Medicine Meeting, a 3-day event where researchers and scientists from all over the world are sharing their studies as to how we beat a zombie apocalypse.
Be a little more ready and aware of what are some of the risks.
ASU professor and event organizer says it's serious. In fact, people are already zombies and they don't even know it.
So if you've had a baby, you actually have cells from your baby in your body, still expressing genes and doing who knows what.
Wow, okay, I didn't know that. So any woman who's had a baby,
you've probably...
Are they a zombie?
That's the question.
Yeah, this woman at the conference, doomed. But are all of us?
This is the zombie apocalypse survival kit.
Activist says people can start by being prepared.
It has sterile gauze, some scissors, some powdered peanut butter that'll last a really long time, the zombie apocalypse, antibiotic cream.
But she says there's no reason to be scared. We should welcome the idea.
How can we kind of use this lens of the zombie apocalypse to face it with like creativity and imagination?
And if you missed this zombie meeting, we're all dead by then. Still alive in Tempe.
We seem to have misplaced our mother's head.
For now, Brianna Whitney for Arizona's Family.
Hey, meanwhile, we do have zombie apocalypse protocols, people, that the military have. I used to do this shit. Like, I'm telling you. Meanwhile, the scientists are out here, and then she's trying to make fun. Oh, we're just doing this and that. Don't y'all know it's a fungus, that they found in was like a beetle or some shit like that, and the beetle was moving and it was dead, So they started to fuck with the fungus, and then and it said that it had the beetle. You can see the video. It was moving and all this other stuff. Then there's other stuff that they found in Antarctica that they're uncovering, different funguses and stuff and viruses that came from underneath the ice, nigga, that they said it was a zombie virus. Meanwhile, everybody's still playing. I bet. Look, I'm not saying that. As long as we get the slow zombies, I'm good with that, man. I'm good with that. Them fast ones is over for us, nigga. I ain't gonna lie to you. The I Am Legend? It ain't gonna be like the movie either. They're gonna be out daytime too. So don't even think that they just gonna be hiding at night. Nah. It's gonna turn up.
Hey, I don't mean to scare nobody, but watch this. If you follow me, then you know we only go over real documented facts over here. This right here is a map of the 800 concentration. FEMA camps in the United States. And by the way, I'm talking about the Federal Emergency Management Agency. But check this out. There are a list of executive orders that protect and justify the actions of FEMA. And I'm talking about actions that will suspend your constitutional rights that you think you have. Let's get the proof. For the first example, you have Executive Order 11051, which basically allow all executive orders to go into effect in times of international tension, economic crisis, and financial crisis. For more information, I'll be posting all the executive orders that deny you your constitutional right on my Instagram. The IG link is in my bio. Stay in tune, boy.
I'm telling you, y'all better know. Y'all better go read up on that.
Oh, you're down a couple of decimal points. You sure you feeling all right? Sure you're not infected?
Meanwhile, that was a movie about zombies too. The zombie virus.
People going to wake up. People are seeing these death camps go up across the country. Do
yourself a favor, jump on Google real quick and go type in FEMA concentration camps. If you see it, there's answers saying, oh yeah, they made all these concentration camps, they don't call them that. They made these FEMA centers so that way people can go to and be sheltered during COVID-19. FEMA's also put up some of these sites for homeless people, which if you ask me, which you're not, but you're on my page and you're watching this video, so I'm gonna tell you, I think these sites were set up not to fight COVID-19, not to help with the homeless problem that we have that's overwhelming the United States, but to fight against immigration, which is horrible. Everybody's like, oh, FEMA doesn't do anything to do with immigration. In fact, they deny people that are immigrants, funding and money and yada, yada, yada. Well, good old Joe just directed FEMA to go and take care of helping immigrant children and putting them in shelters. So, looks like I'm right. Make sure you go follow and watch the original content video. Dude, Abel, you're awesome.
I got a different, when it comes to kids, what happened to, what happened to people that they took and brought over here? They brought kids over here, y'all. They brought kids over here. I don't want to say what I think gonna be. They're gonna be in a hamster wheel, working. What they call them.
The government is having this shipped across the water.
It's crazy.
Black helicopters have been following this shipment for the entire delivery. What do you think they're transporting in those closed containers?
Motivates.
Another warehouse full of body bags. This is crazy.
Arizona got hella FEMA
I don't think
camps.
a motherfucker crazy. But look, check this out. Been here my whole life. Some shit just don't add up. You know what I'm saying? For all y'all that just came down here for the Super Bowl, this is not what the weather is like all the time. Matter of fact, they turned on the warmer weather for y'all during the Super Bowl time. You know why? Because they want to migrate y'all. They want y'all all to migrate down to Arizona. You know why? Because it's easier to round up people when they're all in one spot. Right? Right. You know what I'm saying? So take that into account. And then when you drive around Arizona, look and take into account how many damn warehouses they have built in the last year. Warehouses, aka FEMA camp.
I say this for my brother right there at the end. He's on to it. I like the fact that he's actually speaking about this, but one thing is for sure, is Arizona is not the only place. It is everywhere that they've been building these places. And it's for multiple different reasons. Now, I wonder if y'all can see where this is going, people. You know, all this war that's going on. We're currently funneling money. That's what I think it is. That's what it looked like to me. Funneling money to other countries. Well, it ain't funneling. They're doing it right in front of our face. But giving money to other countries while we are into pieces. We are into pieces, right? People are losing their jobs. Walmart's is closing down. You know, now they're having these automated jobs. Do you know how many jobs people will lose? The average worker. So why do they need you? Let's think about this. Why do they need you if all of the jobs that they needed you for don't need to be filled? Who is quote unquote in control of that? Now y'all got to start looking in the right direction. Stop fighting amongst each other at the bottom. You know, because if you're not a billionaire, then pretty much you're at the bottom. So start looking at your neighbor and appreciating everybody that's around you. Even a random person walking down the street in the same situation as you. Start looking at everybody a little bit differently. You know, start loving a little bit more. Start coming together because shit is real. We got to protect our children. I get on here because, you know, I got to protect my children. I got to protect my family. You know? And I'm not telling y'all don't go out, have fun, this and that, but I'm just saying we need to get it together, people. And we have many different ways we can. We talk about it all the time on these channels. You know, if y'all got any more great ideas in the comments down below, y'all go ahead and put it in the comments down below. Because like I said, when they go back in time and look at us, man, they going to see what we were talking about, what we're about. I want them to see that we was trying to work on loving our planet, loving each other, and doing the best things that we can possibly do by each other. You know, but I leave this here, man. I appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all share these videos. Love y'all. I'll see you in the next video. And like I always say, spread love because there's too much hate in this world. Love you guys. See you in the next video. And I'm out though. Bye.